My Hero Academia Vigilantes manga chapter 122 is out, and from what we've seen in this chapter, we are going to be focusing on heroes doing hero things and potentially going into the true final battle of this series. And we'll get more into it, but first, right after this. Hey guys, how's it going? It is your boy, Manga Man Drew, and I'm here to do my manga review for My Hero Academia manga chapter 122 titled Two Great Rivals. And when it comes to the two great rivals they're referring to, no, unfortunately, we are not referring to Deku and Bakugo, mainly because they aren't relevant to this story at all. But no, we're talking about the heroes that reign supreme over this world. Some of the greatest and the top 10 heroes of the My Hero Academia world, and that is Best Jeanist and Edshot. No. It's not them, but they do show up in this chapter, but you could probably guess who those two rivals are. But overall, when it comes to this chapter of My Hero Academia Vigilantes, there is a strong focus on seeing the heroes, the pro heroes specifically, doing what pro heroes do best. Saving people's lives, defeating the villain, but as we see at the end of this chapter, they only accomplish one of those things to completion, and you'll get to see why in just a little bit. So let's dive right into the review. So, for starters, the chapter starts off, weirdly enough, focusing on an uneaten plate of pasta, as apparently electricity has come back to Narita to the point where news of Narita has been able to spread all across Japan, where they are requesting help from other pro heroes, which, you know, that doesn't really mean anything. I mean, who's here eating at this very fancy restaurant, eating that nice pasta? I don't know, maybe it was Endeavor, because, you know, he appears in this chapter. Maybe Endeavor was eating his meal and he left because he wanted to go help at Narita or something like that. I don't know who it could potentially be. So we finally get to see the civilians finally running away as the bomber villains are getting closer and closer. One of the bomber villains almost attacks this this couple, and luckily enough, Edshot jumps in the way, and unfortunately he dies. He gets caught in the explosion and he's dead. Oh man, I didn't think that this manga would be willing enough to kill off like a major character. Oh gosh, I guess this means that this story is not canon. No. In actuality, he uses a shadow clone jutsu to escape it, or substitution jutsu to escape unharmed. So, you know, that's cool to see. It's Edshot, he's a ninja, that makes sense. And we also get to see Best Jeanist doing his hero work, making sure a building doesn't fall on the civilians, using his distressed denim to hold the building up. Unfortunately, that denim came from his own hero costume, so he is currently naked, so he probably needs to put some clothes on, because you can't be a hero while you're naked. Yeah, we learned that through Mirio, and we learned that through Midnight. You cannot be a hero naked. No excuses. But yeah, as we see that the heroes are trying to help people, we even see Aizawa eventually jumping in, trying to save people. You have Koichi looking at this and is realizing that when it comes to this guy, that his goals are really uncertain, and that even though the bombs are moving, that they're not moving with a purpose, and that he's just causing all of this havoc, and that he doesn't know what to do, and he doesn't know where the real body is, as once again Aizawa goes to help people, as Koichi is just standing on the wall, bloody and broken, and potentially is going to have to fight eventually. But who is he going to fight? Because as we see in the next few pages, Endeavor has arrived on the scene, and how he's ready to get rid of all of these bomber villains, and hoping that he doesn't get any backlash, because he's gonna roast these gangs of villains alive by doing minimal damage. Oh, by the way, we get to see that Burnin is here. Yay! You played a big role in the most recent chapter of My Hero Academia. Wow, I'm so glad we get to see you. But yes, Endeavor comes in, and he's about to make his big bombastic moment. He's about to save the day. No one is going to get in his way of saving all of these civilians and killing the bomber villains. So there is a bright star in the sky that comes shooting down to Earth, as we see Tsukachi saying at last, as yeah, no, All Might is here to save the day, as we just get two whole panels. No, 4 whole pages and 1 double spread of All Might just doing what All Might does. He goes around saying, "No need to fear, for I am here," as he literally launches all of these bomber villains into the air to the chagrin of Endeavor, because of course Endeavor would hate this. He's like, he did it again. Oh, do I hate you so much, as he begins to use Flash Fire Fist Prominence Burn and eradicates all of these bomber villains in one fell swoop. So yeah, if you didn't know who the two rivals are, it's obviously All Might and Endeavor, and after that amazing show of heroics and Endeavor blasts all the Nomus, causing them to explode, and you have All Might launching them into the air, we cut over to the end of the chapter where we have this sort of vestige image of All For One saying, "Oh, of course All Might would meddle in my plans once again. Oh well, it's all left to you, number 6. As for this is your moment, yeah, this is your world, your oyster, number 6, so do whatever you want," as number 6's body begins to regenerate the plasma body, as most likely this is the indication that the fight isn't over and number 6 is going to go after Koichi. Because of course he is. He hates Koichi and he's going to try to kill him, where we're eventually hopefully going to get to the end of that fight and Koichi or someone is going to have to take him out. So, overall, when it comes to what was going on in this chapter, it was primarily action. There was some really good action, primarily when it comes to Endeavor and All Might defeating all of these bomber villains, but we got some cool action and some cool moments from Ingenium getting people out of the area, escorting the bystanders out of the area. We get to see Aizawa beginning to jump in and try to be a hero. The best action, obviously, among the other pro heroes that isn't Endeavor as well as All Might, was probably from Edge Shot as well as Best Genius, and they had probably the most comedic moments in this chapter. So pretty much what this chapter was a lot of cool action, a lot of interesting setup, and potentially building up once again to the fight between Koichi and number 6, and where that's gonna go, I don't know. How we'll get there? Come on, let's just go. Let's get this over with. I mean, I'm still enjoying it, but I think it's dragging on a little too much, but hey, I'm still enjoying it, so what can I say but cool. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about this chapter of My Hero Academia Vigilantes. So what did you think? Did you enjoy the action that we got in this chapter? And where do you think number 6 is going to go? And how is Koichi going to have to defeat number 6? And can he do so without, you know, killing or hurting him in any meaningful way? Leave your thoughts down in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see more content like this. Do all that cool jazz, and hopefully I'll be able to catch you in my next video. Goodbye!